Geek Dad Life presents Toy Geeks, a live toy talk show. Tonight we're going to talk about the reveal of Wave 12 of Masters of the Universe Origins from Mattel. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toy Geeks. My name is Jay, and with me, as always, Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is my good friend John. John, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you, Jay?
I am doing well on a Sunday. I told you before we went on, Alex, our youngest, got flu, and flu's been like being mean to everybody. But luckily, he was vaccinated. It's been a mild case, but still trying to like work through that has been no fun at all. But still, we're doing okay in Casa de Glatfelter, and luckily, knock on wood, nobody else has gotten sick yet. But anyway, John, I feel like it's been a minute since we've had like MOTU as our like lead story for a Sunday.
It has.
So I'm really excited to dig this up because we have Wave 12. We've got Masterverse leaked list. We got deepdiscount.com, I guess, already selling Snake Mountain at a discount. We got that to talk about. Dark Side is officially dead, DED dead. We got Deathosaurus hitting all of its tiers. A lot of things to dig into. But before we do any of that, we got to say hello to the chat. It is hopping as always. We try to go back at least a little bit here. We got J Mac, Hung Win, Snot Lips, Black Phoenix, Toy Geekosaurus, Doralaxian, Tony Taylor, Cardboard Galaxy is here, Sasuke, 60-Bit Misfit, Space Cowboy, Angry Elf, Snot Lips is here as well. We've got Comics, Toy Talker, Mike Giorlico, Terrence St. John is here, Carlos, Jarhead, Toy Arts, Space Boy, Map Room Gaming, Derek Dalzell, King Panther, Map Room Gaming, BTG is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. J Mac, Smoked Ham, Mr. Crispex, Joseph K is here, Cone Killer Confuser, Overman, Durant, Thanos Copter, and James Waller. Let's see, T-Glow, Hung Wen is in the house. Highly articulated. Terrence, I'll do it again. Studio Eng. A. Troy is in the house. J Solo Arts. Mike Free. Pickle D, or Pickled. Thunder Buddy, Alpha Magnus, Chicago Stormtroopers. Matt Bush, Dan, Christopher, Matthew Daughter is here too. Odin. Gary is here. I missed that, man. I hope he's doing well. S.A. Frankie, Tree Shaker. I haven't seen Tree Shaker in a minute. Good to see you. Great Gambino, Ian 2800, Mike Fee, Vickman, Mike Moe, and Joseph, and so many more. Thank you, everybody. Oh, Dole is in the house. I'm not in Mexico, I don't think. Anyway, hello, everybody. Woo. Jason Woods is here. Greg Needham is here as well. All right, so John, Wave 12 of Masters of the Universe Origins. We've got official pictures in package. Some of these figures we've seen already, but they all look pretty good. We're continuing this Snake Men motif. And we've got our first in-package images of the Snake Armor Skeletor. I am not as hot on this as the He-Man one. But, John, tell me why we should be excited about this.
We should be excited about this because it's another 2000X offering in the Origins line. And hopefully Mattel is open to the idea of just going deeper into 2000X land, you know, with like I mean, there was characters from 2000X, the cartoon that got classics versions that also had a Filmation counterpart like Evil Seed and Count Marzo, that it is their time for an Origins figure.
It's the time.
Their time.
I love that. I love that. And Sam Newsman, $2 super chat. First super chat. Congratulations, Sam. You are the first super chat of the night. But that's a really good point. You know, getting more 2000X love is great. And, you know, even though we've had a lot of Skeletors, this is a pretty cool Skeletor.
Yeah.
So that is pretty dope. Anything about his sculpt or anything that calls out to you or that makes it special in any way?
I mean, honestly, this is probably like I'm excited to get it, but it's probably the least exciting Skeletor personally. I think I would rather like a Disco Skeletor or that remember there was like did they call him Blood Skeletor or something like that? There was a fourth repaint or a third repaint of that 2000X Skeletor where he was like super red. But I mean, as far as Skeletor, variant armors, it's fun, but it just looks like they took the 2000X armor and threw it on an Origins figure. But
yeah,
I
think I agree. I think if you're going into the variants for Masters of the Universe, especially 2000X, especially Skeletor, you gotta get into the paint variants. Except for Mike Fee. Mike Fee doesn't want a Disco Skeletor. I mean, I need a Disco Skeletor.
Yeah, but if they do it, like I do kind of want it like metallic-y. Like I want those golden parts to be like black metal. Like that would be a good Mattel Creations option rather than spending that on a regular UPC slot for a retail wave.
And
it would be a cool package with a disco ball. They can actually pay homage to the fans calling it Disco Skeletor back in the day. Like, it's kind of like MOTU. Like the fans took over and named the character.
Yeah.
So it should, like, Mattel, if you're listening, maybe like a
disco ball
with a little stage, Disco Skeletor, disco ball.
Actually, I think Allison's on feeling your wavelength here. Disco Skeletor as the Snake Mountain Pack-In would be chef's kiss.
Yeah, it would be.
Let's put a pin in that because we're going to talk about Snake Mountain a little bit later. But I do think like what's the Pack-In going to be is a good point. Also, if anybody hasn't hit the like button yet and you're enjoying this video, make sure you hit the like button right now. I don't have any goals necessarily, but if anybody comes up with something embarrassing for John and I to do or something like that, just let us know in the chat. Best idea wins. But hit the like button until we have something better. But yeah, I mean, there's absolutely like legit variants. I think I saw Kevin say he wants what was it? Laser Light Skeletor. Like there's plenty of like legit ones. But if you're going a variant of an existing one, you gotta go Disco.
Yeah. Now that we have that essential 2000X Buck head sculpt, that it was just this regular Skeletor, just discified.
Disco Skeletor, Staying Alive He-Man, and Dancing Queen Tila 3-pack Target exclusive with disco ball accessory. There we go. Boom. Done. Package. Shipped. Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours with that idea. I love that. Yeah, no, I think I agree. That'd be awesome. Let's see. Terrence St. John, when I get a Skeletor, I want it to be extra illegitimate. And of course, Dragon Blaster Skeletor, Power Vector. You're right. All the canonical variants, like the prime canon of the Skeletor variants. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I feel like Disco Skeletor is just like maybe like that tier right below the main tier,
I think Disco Skeletor is like that. He's the one that everybody wants, but nobody wants at the same time. We're just chomping at the bit for a new Disco Skeletor.
Yeah. I like this from Jeff. 350 likes. John reviews Father Christmas. I'm working on my own Father Christmas review right now, so that'll be posted soon. But John, I think
I'll tell you what. So our non After Dark, our non After Dark viewers don't know.
That's right. That was After Dark.
Yes, in our break between our regular show and After Dark last week, I bought Father Christmas.
You did.
You all bullied me into it. And the universe has been making me pay for this because
Why?
Father Christmas went through, it was en route.
Uh-huh.
I'm tracking it. It showed up at the Randleman, North Carolina post office,
Okay.
which is south of Greensboro, so it's about an hour west of me.
Sure.
It showed up at the Randleman post office, got redirected back to my town here,
Uh-huh.
got redirected back to Randleman, and it's back in Greensboro.
What?
Yep.
Oh my God, John. It knows. It knew you didn't.
knows.
You
Mhm.
talked crap about it.
Mhm.
The Four Horsemen Father Christmas knows when you're talking trash.
Yep.
It knows when you cave to peer pressure. It knows when you didn't really want it at first. So you're going to have to wait a little while. Oh my God. Red for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Red. Jay sings I'm a goofy goober from SpongeBob at 150 likes. I hope they do more 2000X versions. Ram Man on the oversized. Andre Buckwood Rock. Good night. Ooh, there we go. Red Foreman dropping the mic there. Thank you for that super chat. Yeah, I think 2000X versions are fun. I think they're fun as long as this thing has a nice runway.
Mhm.
And because I do understand, I'm sensing in the chat as well, where people are like, okay, cool, great, love this. I just want to make sure we get all the vintage before this is all said and done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Because the wide, the wide scope of this, there's one figure in this wave that has a vintage counterpart. Because one is a 2000X, one's a mini comic repaint.
Yep.
And one is a Sunman figure. So then we're left with Tongue Lasher. The one
is the lone one.
Yeah. And I'm not complaining about any of that.
No. But I get when there has been this beating drum of the lion's gonna die at any moment, it kind of creates this toy anxiety. Trademark. Yes, have some 2022. But that for toy collectors, because it's like, well, I want to make sure I get Dragon Blaster Skeletor and all, Laser Light Skeletor. I want to get those. And I get that, like, Mattel can't say, don't worry, we're gonna do this through 2035 or something, like there's no guarantee they can give that'll, I guess, quell or calm those fears.
Right.
Gimmick infringement. Spectre creative and toy anxiety in one sentence. But anyway, yeah, I think yeah. So we got Hypno, another Rulers of the Sun figure, being packaged in with this Snake Men thing. I get they're just putting these into the line. I don't know if I've read any of the comics that kind of tie the Rulers of the Sun mythology with the Snake Man. I maybe that was in the convention exclusive one. But anyway, I'm cool with that. I don't care. But John, thoughts on Hypno, Psychic Hypnotist? He's the one that has the weird swirly thing, right? He was never released in the original line.
I think he was.
Was he? Okay.
I think he was. If I remember right, and I could just be making this up, that like Hypno thing, which was kind of like one of those lenticular stickers, like Cyclone, sort of. I thought that it was part of his chest and not on like a staff.
I thought it was part of his staff. That's it. Hold on. Rulers of the Sun Man vintage. Spelling is hard.
Time to consult the Google machine.
Yep. Time to get the image search. I need a group shot. I need that like vintage group shot. Here we go. Yeah, see, he's got the little lollipop action.
Okay. Why did I think it was part of his chest?
You're probably thinking of like an actual He-Man figure.
Maybe I'm thinking of Cyclone.
Yeah, Cyclone.
But it looks pretty cool.
I mean, it's, even in the toy line, it's a repaint of Boltman. the vintage ones. So people are saying it's just a repaint. It's like, well, that was the original toy line. Like
Space. Oh, that's what I was thinking of.
Is a repaint of the later version of Sunman. But I'm sorry, what were you gonna say, John?
I was thinking of that Holographio guy in the top right corner.
Oh, Holographio, futuristic scientist.
Yep, that's who I was thinking of.
I want Holographio just because look at that beard, man. That's a good beard.
It is.
Beards in MOTU, I gotta say. Right, it's Fisto.
Yep, Stratos.
But that's kind of like, I guess that's a beard, but it's kind of like an Amish, no mustache, just chin beard thing.
He just can't grow any up here. He just
can't. So then he just does does the.
It's just like the Abe Lincoln.
Yeah, he's got the Abe Lincoln going on.
Mm-hmm.
But Fisto, I think, is the only one with a proper beard, like a beard. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Jitsu has his it's sort of a goatee. Manchu style.
Yeah, it's not a beard.
No, it's not a beard. Yeah,
so
I think that's
Holographio, it could increase the beard by
King Randor.
Oh, sure, King Randor. Okay, he's got a beard. Fine. Okay, it'll increase it by 3. But yeah, I'm sorry I missed that one. It's so hard to take Randor seriously though because he just looks so much like Burger King. But yes, he does have a great beard. Sorry, we got another super chat here from Red Foreman. Thank you, Red. Mattel has to drip feed the classic MOTU characters to keep collectors in the line. Otherwise, they might just bow out, skip the rocks and spinning tops. No, you're right, 100%. And if that keeps it going, I don't care. I really don't care.
Same.
And these are fun. These are fun figures. So like I'm totally down with it. I'm totally cool with the lollipop as the accessory there, as well as like silver hawk thing. But Holographio, that needs to be next.
Yeah,
it's got the pizza hologram
and whatever that is sort of a joust thing.
It's kind of it reminds me of the American Gladiators joust. Remember those were like the old Nerf swords, kind of.
Yep. Yeah.
Man, American Gladiators, and that was a show. We used to watch that all the time. All right, moving on. Did I close out that window like a dummy? I did. No, I still have it. Okay, here it is.
Oh, I was gonna say maybe Hypno has a story in this mini comic.
Okay,
because I don't think he's appeared in a mini comic yet. Because they essentially tie the wave into the story of that wave. So maybe he'll be in a panel.
Yep. This is good. This is fair. Mossman has a beard all over his body. You can say the same about Beastman too. It's furry all over. And then Zodak has the best chest hair. He's really the only one with chest hair
that we know of.
Where I missed it. There was somebody says I missed it. Anyways, okay. The Sunman line ever have vehicles? I don't think so. John,
no, I don't think they ever even made like a drawing or prototype or anything.
Oh man, Map Room Gaming. Hold on. Whew. This one hurts. Keklar would have had a beard.
Oh boy.
Stuff. It's true, Map Room. It's true. But we couldn't be done. So close, though. We're really close to getting a Keklar. I think we'll get a color variant Keklar at some point.
Yeah. I think they'll still throw us a bone.
Copper Age Gold, lots of MOTU scaping going on. Yeah, whenever there's another figure with like we review or something, we need to get Manscaped to do the sponsor that video.
didn't Yes Have Some have
they had Manscaped for I gotta find where their Manscaped contact is. See if we can get some Manscaped sponsorship. Oh my god. All right, moving on. Okay, Tongue Lashor. We've already looked at this thing out of package. We've got it in package. I think we've all expressed how we're a bit disappointed that it doesn't have the actual tongue lashing feature. It's just a plug-in tongue.
Yep.
you had time to think about this, John. Do you want to change your mind all about that with tongue lash, or are you sticking to the disappointment here?
Yeah, I'm sticking to my disappointment. I got in a vintage collection this week with a functioning tongue lasher, and it just made that bitterness even a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
But I understand the aspect of you need to have the removable tongue if you want to have an articulated neck or head.
Yes.
So it's, lose one to gain the other, but it's that's what makes the figure.
Agreed.
It's like if Ram Man never rammed. Like if
Wait, hold on. Does it count?
That's what she said.
I'm gonna do one just to be safe. But yeah, I agree. It's this. I get it. I get you. You have to make a decision. The functionality of the articulation or even the swappability of the figures and stuff like that. Totally get it. But this one is where I don't think anyone would have complained that it didn't have head articulation, right?
Right.
I'm sure someone would have complained. But I don't know. I feel like the people that would prefer to have the action feature than the articulation would have been that way. But let me know in the chat. Is anybody in the chat like, no, Jay, you're an idiot. John, I don't agree with you. I prefer the head articulation. Totally okay.
I would have sacrificed it. 100%.
Greg, if Ram Man never rammed, need that on a shirt. That's a shirt. Boom. All right, we'll get our shirt people on it. New shirt inbound. Christopher, Origins tongue lasher is just like Origins Whiplash. They both kind of need the gimmick to work. Otherwise, they're just smaller classics figures. It's a fair point.
Yep.
That's where it's a really good point. It's just smaller classics figures because that's when it just feels like a classics figure, right?
Yep.
And it's like the leech is a functional. It can do the suction cup thing, even as it doesn't really have the little back suction thingy, but it is able to do it. Oh, here we go. We got some people saying, Wolf the Wicked, I'd rather have the articulation. Andy, I prefer the articulation, to be honest. Brandon says, I prefer the head articulation. Okay. So again, there's enough people out there that'll prefer it with the articulation. So you all can be happy.
You guys won.
Moody from Manila, the action feature is in his name. His tongue should be lashing.
That's right. Modi gets to moat.
And I think Grumpy Fish here makes a good point. If you're setting up a display, you probably want the plug in tongue so you can have the diorama have some action. I get that. I totally get that. So,
maybe it would, we don't know this yet, unless somebody gets one in hand, if the tongue is bendable. Because otherwise it's just like sticking straight out, right?
Ooh. Like which is what the original one does, right?
Yeah, because it kind of comes out straight and then curves down.
Yep.
So if this one even has like a, if it's got a wire in it, or if it's just a bendy material, but if it's just like solid plastic, I like it even less.
Space Cowboy, hold on. So this is John's capitulation to peer pressure this week. Is this the new regular thing?
I'm still gonna buy it.
Yeah, this wasn't like Santa Claus where John was like, I hate Christmas the whole Christmas season. For 53 years. Deal with it now. Oh my God. Anyway, Mr. Home Alone, 10 years from now, nobody will have that tongue.
True.
That's true.
It's gonna be the next Leia blaster. Yep,
100%. BTG, where's Caleb? Like, I don't know. She's missing out though. She's missing out for sure. I do have Father Christmas in hand. I do enjoy it. I will save my thoughts for my review. It should be up on Tuesday. But he's sitting. I'm too small, but he's sitting right here now as part of my little display back here. Stu Stump's Christmas. All right, and then this was the surprise reveal of this wave. It is the Mini Comics Roboto, and while it wasn't like a figure I was dying for, which is the case for a lot of the Mini Comics figures, but there's some that I would really want. I think it's cool. I like he has a little heart in there. I like the orange. It's very orange creamsicle, old Tampa Bay Buccaneers, colorway.
Yep.
But screw Tom Brady. But John, thoughts on this Mini Comic Roboto, a sleeper, like pricey figure until they started doing the reissues. But thoughts on this mini comic?
This one is like way out of left field. I never, this never crossed my mind of a Mini Comic Roboto colorway, because I don't think I ever remembered him. Like in the Discord, it was posted the panels of Roboto from his mini comic, but it never like crossed my mind ever in a million years. I think what would make him a little bit more fun is if they gave him 3 different arm attachments.
Ooh, I love that.
So then it's like a little, you might want to get him. You get 3 extra pieces. They're different pieces.
Yes.
Sort of how like, like the Filmation Trapjaw of the classic series. He came with like that fly swatter.
Yep.
He came with a bow.
Yep.
And I can't remember. There was one other thing.
I don't remember. Something in the chat maybe, but still, I love that. I mean, it's already packaged. It looks like it has a little axe thingy there.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's all the same pieces.
It is, but damn, if that for future things, like just keep that in mind. If they didn't do that, it's a missed opportunity, because that makes it, a slam dunk repaint, right? Because you're right, because it just gives you more display options. And if there's one thing I would say the Mattel team hasn't taken advantage of enough, is the modular ability and components of these figures.
Yep.
Right? And that seems like that's a softball to say this Roboto will come with different arm attachments. Boom.
Or even a right hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is a total surprise, because honestly, like in the vintage mini comic, when you look at him, like and he's in all that, it's just the silver and the reddish orange, like that reddish orange portion just looks like it's the colors sort of bled on the page, and they didn't purposely make him that color.
Yeah.
And it's almost like how when you find a vintage Roboto, where like none of the silver on his thighs exists anymore. It's just all melted. It's all red and runny looking, like that might be a true colorway where it's like vintage Roboto color, where it's just all bled into each other because the colors don't hold up.
It's an aged Roboto. Ryan Dole points out, I think a few people as well, the hexagons on the bubble. Yeah, that's for all of the Steak Men one, Rise of Steak Men. They have the scales on the bubble, which is really cool. But Kevin, Mattel will do accessories pack, being the greedors that they are. And but do it. We're a couple of years into this thing. Throw in, I don't know, just like, it's so cool how you can swap parts and stuff like that. and they give little, sheets inside the packaging to be like, hey, you can swap these parts out. But I feel like there's more, kind of like how the Glio system, there's just, they haven't really tapped into that.
Right. Yeah. Like it was such a sticking point. Like you said, they give that little sheet, and it's not like it's a generic sheet.
Yep.
Like they specifically draw that character
Mm-hmm.
to that sheet that you receive.
Yep.
And it's the same thing.
Yep.
For everyone,
Yep.
pretty much across the board.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's accessory packs would be ideal, and not only like accessory packs, but like maybe just like extra. I know we say it all the time, but maybe some extra hands. But even something like, okay, so we've had 2 Stratos figures now. We have mini comic Stratos, regular Stratos.
Mm-hmm.
By the time we got 2 Stratos, Strati in a classic series, which was, the first release, and then we got the DC versus Masters 2-pack version with the opposite colors. We had a Staff of Avion.
Yeah. Yes.
So there's plenty of opportunity to give accessories to the figures that should have them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm happy from gaming a pack of headless bodies to put all my extra heads on. Just like straight bucks, just give you blank bucks and in different colors. Like there's a lot they could do. And we were saying like weapons packs, 2000X heads pack, arms packs, hands packs. Like the modular ability of the whole thing. Give us bucks. Give us bucks in different colors. Like give us a rainbow buck set where you have like, Roy G. Biv
right
of every buck. And then, different weapons and armor, and just like build your own MOTU figure almost, like at Disneyland where you can build your own droid or something like that.
Yeah.
Give me a pack of like all the different parts and then let you build your own MOTU figure.
Right.
Like how are we not doing that yet?
We should start a campaign. I'll give you bucks for your bucks. I'll give you my bucks for your bucks.
Buck swap. The buck swaps here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like build a bear, or I don't know. Like, but that's the thing for Yatiki. I think he says, not sure kids want to buy a blank body. I think they do. Like, just even my own kids, they love Legos or just things that they can just like kit bash and make it into their own thing. I think it's even more popular now with like Minecraft and stuff like that. I just they love that kind of stuff. Go buck yourself. Yeah, make your own master. It's absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I would
absolutely.
Yeah. Get the bucks.
How is this not happening?
The bucket of bucks. Because it's modular. It's you've created this really innovative, fun swappability. Why aren't you taking more advantage of it?
Yep. I don't think it would peg warm at all.
No.
Nope.
I think you gain more just like people that aren't even MOTU fans, like kids that aren't even MOTU fans. They're just like, oh, I can kind of make my own action figure. I'm in.
Yep.
Like you don't even need to be a He-Man fan or a Masters fan. These figures are cool without any of the lore. That's kind of what the appeal has always been. When it's just a mini comic and you kind of had to like make your own adventures.
The original formula worked.
Yep. But unlike the selfie series, you can put in random heads and all that kind of crap. Yeah, Mr. Potato Head was still around for reason older kids would eat. Yeah, absolutely. Build a barbarian. Ooh, I like the alliteration there, Cobweb. Love that.
That's what they should do.
Yeah.
Because then you can have like your regular like Eternian townsfolk.
Yep. And again, that was kind of like my son loves taking his figures apart, not just MOTU, and make his own thing. We did our Zoom hangout for our Patrons Plus members and above, and I believe it was Ian. He recently like reacquired, or his friend sent him back original character he made up, just swapping GI Joe parts. Right. That was one of the great things about the O-ring GI Joes. You could unscrew the back and kind of mix and match and make your own GI Joe figure.
Yep.
So with kids do it naturally, instinctively, but you built a thing that works with it easily. Do it. Make a master. Love that 16-bit misfit. Roberto Suarez, call it Masters of Your Universe. I like that.
I hope this is one of those episodes that someone from Mattel will watch.
Yes. I know I don't know if they watch it all, but I'm told by Mattel people, I love your show. Great. Listen.
How you love the show, but how about the ideas?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh yeah, those ideas are cool. Yeah, that's what? Oh, you need me over there? Okay, yeah. Sorry, I gotta go. That's fine. Oh my god. All right. Let's move on. John, or any final thoughts for Wave 12?
It's a solid wave. It's a good wave. We had there was rumors like Wave 9 was the end of the line.
Yes.
But here it is, Wave 12. No obvious end in sight. It's good stuff.
Yep, 100%. Hey, Mattel, hire Jay, please. I don't know if I'd want to work for. It's kind of one of those things. Like I wouldn't want to work for the Padres or like any of these things that I love, because it's like it's too much responsibility.
You don't want to see the sausage get made.
Exactly. I just want to be a fan of it. I want to be a fan and just like be a fan. I don't want to be a part of it. It reminds me of that the Community episode where Donald Glover's character Troy just wants an autograph picture of LeVar Burton, but then Pierce, just to mess with him, actually brings LeVar Burton. And it freaks him out, and he's just like, I just wanted a picture. You can't disappoint a picture. I think that would be me.
Because then we have, if you're working at Mattel, we'll have to start another show, me and Dole, where we just complain about you.
He collected long enough to become the enemy. Yeah, reading rainbow. Reading rainbow. Community's so good. I told him 1,000 times.
I have to go back and watch that again.
That one especially. So anyway, all right. Moving on. Some more leaks. And again, Canaldos Rios Mineros coming in with, I believe they were the first ones to post it. Leaks for Masterverse, the next wave of Masterverse. 4 figures. I guess Amazon listings is where it came from. We've got a classic Merman. A NE Buzz-Off.
New Eternia.
Thank you. Horde Skeletor. Which, is that going to be the season 2? Not Revelation. What is it called again?
What is it? We know it.
Yeah.
What is it?
Revolution.
I think it's Revolution.
If Ted's watching this right now, I'm so sorry, Ted. I love you. Wednesday was amazing. Colleen and I just finished it.
It's
so
fantastic.
So effing happy for how awesome that show is. But yeah, Revolution maybe. It starts with an R. And then Prince Adam. John, thoughts? Have we not gotten to Prince Adam? I guess we haven't gotten to Prince Adam yet.
No, the only Prince Adams in modern Masters we've gotten was the one with the Sky Sled and the CGI cartoon.
Yep. Hordex Apprentice. Yeah, I'm pumped for this because I think new Eternia Buzz-Off could be freaking amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like go crazy, go ham.
I kind of picture 2000X Buzz-Off, but better.
Yep, agreed. And then Merman Classic, we've gotten that, armorless Revelation style one. Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy. But out of all of the Masterverse figures so far, I feel like that's the one I care about the least. I don't know if I even own it. I don't think I will own that one.
I don't have him. He was like the one I was a solid pass.
Yeah.
It does look cool as like a not merman proper, but like one of the mermen army builders.
Exactly. Yep. 100% agree. Great as an army builder. Wouldn't have it as my lead merman, but now getting a classic merman is great.
Yep. Yeah. I hope he has both head styles. Essentially just classics merman, but on a Masterverse body. That's what I'm hoping.
It's kind of what it's been, right? Like, so I think that's okay. Thoughts on Horde Skeletor? Do you think it'll be more the Princess of Power kind of apprentice one or whatever, a spoiler alert to the first season?
Yeah, I'm going to guess it's going to be like the season of it was Revolution, right?
Revolution, yeah, people said
yeah. I'm going to guess it's going to be the first figure for the Revolution series. Sort of how we got like God Skeletor as the first figure for the previous for season 1. I think this will be non-deluxe but still our first entrance of the new season.
Yep. Armando Merman. But yeah, I think classic one for sure. New series, it's a great question, Justin. I feel like they were early stages. I haven't talked to Ted about it in a minute, but I feel like it's still early stages.
Yeah, I thought the last we heard was like the first 2 episodes had been written, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, Kevin Smith is still show running it, right? So I would assume.
I believe so.
I mean, unless he isn't going to talk about it. But I would assume like once the first episode is like in the can, we will hear about it.
Yeah. Yep. And good getting a Prince Adam. Do you think it's a classic style Adam or a Revolution style Adam?
I'm hoping for like a classic style Adam vest.
Cloth goods. Right?
Yes, cloth vest. But I want it to be scaled down, not the same height build as He-Man. Because that's always been like that's the thing. Outside of the 2000X and the CGI version.
Yep.
Everything has always been the same. The vintage Prince Adam is just vintage He-Man, white body vest. Yeah, a thin Adam. That's what I kind of want. I want like juvenile Adam.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed. Let's see. I believe did Jace say it? Yeah, they're saying Revolution July 2023. There you go.
Oh, I bet episode 1 is at Comic-Con.
Whoo! That'd be fun. Rick Capianco, who I believe is his birthday week this week, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Rick.
We need a songster and a Lubbock.
Is that guy still alive?
What?
Is that guy still alive? The actor that played Lubbock?
I don't know.
But yeah, we'll need him.
But yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Excited for more Masterverse. I feel like it's been a minute since we've had Masterverse reveals. So I'm excited for it. All right. Last bit of MOTU news is on deepdiscount.com, which is one of these like super discount sites that I believe sometimes works and sometimes doesn't work, right? Like they cancel orders left and right, right?
Yeah, but there's a pattern with them because they'll have like a discount code or like a super sale, like a flash sale. Where it's, Marvel Legends and Black Series and just, every bunch of modern toys.
Yes.
And yes, they do cancel a lot, but I think it's because so many people jump on it at one time. So it's like the orders they don't have like a good system that can separate the sales from the orders or the quantity from the orders.
Yes.
So yeah, they do cancel a lot. Like we see it on a Discord, people that either have success or cancellations, but I think it's because of the site's program.
Yep.
But with something like this on pre-order, it's a legitimate site. It's kind of like that Zavvi where they sell everything. It's not just toys. It's like just a site. It's just they just wholesale or buy wholesale and sell it to the customer. So
I did want to at least give credit where credit is due. Yeah, Toy Habits broke this morning. Or at least that's how I saw it for the first time, was Toy Habits making the post about it.
Yep.
Friends of the channel, give them all the love if you can. But sorry, John, go ahead.
I think the most telling thing here is the original price versus their pre-order price. Knowing that Castle Grayskull was what,
79.99, something like that. 76,
but less than $80.
Yes,
full retail.
Full retail. Yep.
And now we're at a sale pre-order price at what is it?
81.71.
Okay. So whether that is just the inflation or added features.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see, because I mean, we've seen, an early model or an early print of this, right? At that special press event.
Yep.
And, there's just, they added a lot of features to this set that weren't in the original Snake Mountain, but the same was true for Castle Grayskull. But yeah, the retail price or suggested, or the MSRP at the 112 is higher than the highest that Grayskull ever was.
Right.
But John, I wonder if that is the case. Is this if you don't need it day one, wait, because I'll tell you what, I got the CGI Castle Grayskull. A pre-order on Amazon. It was $99, which I think was on sale too. But lo and behold, a few weeks later, what did that thing sell for? Like $50 or something, or $60 on Amazon? It was heavily discounted.
Yeah, because it was on like that pre Black Friday list.
Yes.
And then it's essentially stayed at that price, right? Or I think right now it's like 65, something like that. It hasn't really gone back up to the original $100. And it's funny because when we had our episode where we guessed the price,
maybe it has. Okay, it's back.
Okay, so it's gone up to 100, back up to 100.
I don't feel as bad. It's back to what I paid for it. It was dirt cheap for a minute.
Yeah.
But so I guess my question is, John, should you wait? And Daco says deep discount is safe to order from. Dorkside Toys made me nervous since I have an order from June. Not make it. We'll talk about Dorkside in a second. But again, I think things also get canceled,
I don't know. It's like there's sort of like a I don't know what you would call it, but a lot of the larger items, it seems like from Origins,
Mm-hmm.
like Stridor, the
Mm-hmm.
Sky Sled Prince Adam 2-pack,
Yep.
the Land Shark.
Yep.
When those hit, they almost they went on sale early, and
Yes.
they're still on sale. They're still hanging around.
Yep.
But then something like Roton is still kind of hard to find. I've never found it at retail. Luckily, one of our friends picked one up for me.
Mm-hmm.
But when we get to Snake Mountain at a retail release, will it be harder to find? So is it smarter just to pony up and pay the full price because maybe they won't make as many?
Mm-hmm. That's true. It's the balancing act thing,
Mm-hmm. And I mean, a lot of the Road Ripper and Mechanic sets have been canceled from Walmart pre-orders
Yep.
because who knows what's going on,
Yep.
I haven't seen one yet
I haven't either.
in person.
But it's crazy Wallies are canceling Rotons, even though, to your point, like they're pretty stacked in our wall. I see them stacked in the Walmarts near me.
Really?
Rotons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last thing my Walmart has gotten is the Flocked Panther, and they still have them.
No way.
Yeah.
Doc says, so you're saying down the deep discount that things. Yeah, things do get canceled. Oh yeah, I don't think anybody's money's charged. I think they just cancel the order and.
Yeah. I mean, Deep Discount is a legitimate website.
It is. Yeah. It's not some fake website or something.
No. But, it's strange that they put this pre-order up when nobody else has.
It's
I
early.
would have thought like maybe Amazon first.
Yeah. Because I mean, it says here available date August 1st. That's forever. I mean, I'm sure it'll be here before we know it, but that's a while. That's a ways away.
Yeah. Although, look at how many G.I. Joe Classified orders that said June 2023 that are in hand right now.
Yep. No, you're right. You're right. But just seeing it was still like that was their first in-hand prototype or whatever at that press event, which was like a month ago.
Yeah.
So we'll see. All right, John. Was there any other MOTU things? Those were the big MOTU things, right?
Yeah, I think that's it for MOTU news.
$5 super chat here from Grumpy Fish. Thank you. If you think this deep discount is fulfilling Snake Mountain at that price, I have a bridge to sell you. Toy art. Yeah, Hasbro needs some chill. Indeed. All right. We talked about this a few weeks ago. I feel like we've just, been checking in on this. And it kept getting worse and worse. I think last week we talked about Dorkside just needs to come out and just say it or give us a heads up of what's going on. They kind of have. Because they're going out of business officially. December 18th is their last day. And they're selling stuff, whatever's left in their stock and trying to sell it all out. And then that's it. Dorkside is gone. And I've never ordered from them. I don't have skin in the game, so to speak, but I hope, I don't know. It stinks when you had the Megalopolis situation. And people losing money on purchases. And I'm even seeing it on the chat right now. Derek right here, screwed Dorkside, fighting for my money back on PayPal payments. They lost PayPal a couple weeks ago. We had that post from a former employee saying, hey, just get out while you can. Which was, I was like, oh, well, it's like we were kind of like, okay, that's a warning. Maybe not so we know for sure. Then we had last week, Four Horsemen saying they canceled all our orders, like we're not doing them anymore. And now it's just official. It's going out of business December 18th, which is next week, a week from today. and that's it. Dorkside will be gone. So I feel like that's it's sad to lose another toy retailer. But on the other hand, I feel bad for collectors. Like Jeffrey's saying here, I'm going to have to talk to my bank because I placed a Dorkside order during their November sale and has never made it past label created. Jeffrey Ball also says, not to mention the pre-orders from 2020 that charged me but never sent. Cowabunga, they shipped 2 of my 3 prepaid items, better than nothing. I guess so. So John, thoughts on this, as you're not a retailer in this sense, but you're friends with toy retailers as well as you do your own business.
Mm-hmm.
But thoughts on another of these smaller tier toy retailers going under in not the best form or fashion.
Yeah. Like I mentioned it before, it's hard for a company to stay in business when really like 90% of what they're selling is based on pre-orders, and then when they finally, say they place an order for 5,000 pieces, right? Of a Marvel Legends wave.
Yep.
3,000 of that is pre-orders. Well, by the time they get it in, they get all those pre-orders shipped, and then they have 2,000 left. But by the time that those 2,000 are waiting and they get them like in their system, they're tanking at retail.
Yeah.
Target has them clearanced, Walmart has them clearanced. They're selling for half the price on eBay. That's just the current status of collecting modern. So I think, any small company that's selling modern toys is going to have a hard time because they can't compete with Amazon. They can't compete with the either free or cheap shipping from BBTS or Entertainment Earth. It's like a struggling act for these places to do this. They're built on a pre-order model. So it's like, well, we have to pre-order it now. We need your money now because we need to stay in business.
Yeah.
And you might get it in a year from now because we don't know, because none of the vendors tell us when we're going to get it. Everything is like I was just saying, G.I. Joe classifieds that were slated for 2023, mid 2023, that have shown up 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I'm not defending Dorkside's business practices. I'm just saying, like, this is kind of how things are working right now. But Dorkside should have been way more, vocal and transparent of just saying, like, we shouldn't take any pre-orders because PayPal closed our account. We've been blocked from PayPal for a month now. Like, obviously that doesn't look good. Now we have all these customers that have unfulfilled orders or half fulfilled orders. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
And then it's just like a snowball effect. Like, we're out of control. And then they get that post put up online from a supposed former employee. So then there's nothing you really can't recover from that, and especially like over the course of a week or two, you can't recover. You're going to have to lick your wounds and close up shop, but you should say something.
Yeah.
You should put out a press release. Like, this is what's happening, because just saying like we're going out of business, to me, that says, well, we're going out of business. 18th is our last day, and the 19th we're filing for bankruptcy. And guess what? Everybody's out of luck.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. And Jamal's Toys, I just shipping it from him for an order I placed 2 weeks ago. Dorkside was a good store. Their prices were good and low. That comes at a cost. Highly articulated. Keep in mind that a lot of collectors have gotten in the habit of placing multiple pre-orders and canceling any that don't ship first. That hits retailers hard, and it kind of touches upon what you were talking about, John. I don't know if this may be true. I don't know. Comic says, didn't Dorkside recently open a brick and mortar store in Tennessee? Maybe I'm wrong.
I couldn't speak to that. I don't know.
And yeah, we talked about last week, Four Horsemen posting about that they're being canceled. Just when Big Bad Toy Store is getting greedy and slow. But I feel like if you're not BBTS or Entertainment Earth, like you may just not have and even they might be playing within the margins, but like these smaller places, just the margins have to be razor thin, right? Like it just has to be a razor thin business.
Really thin. Like your BBTS and Entertainment Earth are, Entertainment Earth has the benefit of selling wholesale.
Mm-hmm.
So they can make a little bit more that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, they need to be selling volume at an incredible volume, because when they're, they put up a post about, oh, well, we restocked Blitzway's 6 scale Ecto 1. And it's, how much is it? Like
$3,000.
$3,000. How many people that got that email were like, I'm buying it right now? Did they even sell one from that email blast?
I have no idea.
Because they have to buy it, right? I'm sure Blitzway isn't consigning them through anyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like you need to be selling this volume, like crazy volume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Nerdzorg did do a really good job about the razor thin margins, because those are just modern toys. And that's where I feel like, John, you've said this many times, where if you did it, or kind of like how you do it, like where you'll buy vintage collections and stuff like that, where your margins will be a lot better on those in general than buying new toys, and having a mix. Kind of, it's the comic book shop approach, where the new titles, you're not getting great margins on new titles, right? Like compared if you're doing the order stuff. But where you can make more profit is somebody brings in an old collection and they just sell you the whole thing, and you buy a volume, but your margins are gonna be way better on a vintage collection of comics or Vit toys. So that way you're making more revenue on those to offset the new stuff costs, where your margins are gonna be a lot smaller, right?
Yep.
And for just a straight online store like this that doesn't have like that walk-in, like, hey, I got an old collection, I just need to get rid of it. That it's like, I don't know, vintage MOTU collection that you buy for 100 and sell for 1,000 or whatever. That's where you'll make money.
Yeah, I mean that is the model of every comic book and vintage toy store. I mean that's how they are successful.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you got to know what you're doing.
Yes. You got to know your accessories. Oh my God, Flash. Does John have a P.O. box? I just opened my Father Christmas. It comes with a Christmas card, and I feel he could use some Father Christmas spirit.
If the universe works out in my favor, my Father Christmas will be here Tuesday at the latest. But it's honestly going like the actual Santa Claus, and he's going town to town, and he's just going around me, and eventually he get here.
You'll get the Father Christmas, but all his little toy accessories will have been given to little girls and boys along the way. Oh my God. All right. That's that. T-Glow Carbonites, Transformers HasLab last day. And you know what, John? That HasLab has hit all of its tiers.
Ooh.
Everything. Across the board. Oh, we got Mike Lorenzo as a new GDL family member. Hold on. I got you.
I got family.
Got family with the GDL family. John, I wish I wasn't fun employed right now, because I canceled my Deathsaurus. Not Deathosaurus order. Because it looks freaking cool. And now you get everything. You're getting all of the accessories because it hit all. And there's still a day left. John, and we do have a chart from Brian Brink, so we'll check that out. But John, any thoughts around the success of this, and maybe what's to come for these Transformers ones?
I mean, I think we guessed that this was going to be a full tier reach. Back when this was
Yeah.
announced, I thought, because it was when they did the first the Victory Saber, and this is like his main antagonist.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that bought the Victory Saber, it's like, well, we need him to match, so the numbers of sales should match.
Yep.
Close enough. I'm still on the fence, so I have a day to figure this out.
Well, let's go to the charts here. I do also plus in as well. A Secret Galaxy, Dan Larson. Don't feel alone, John, because he doesn't have his Four Horsemen Santa either. So you're not alone.
We're in the same club.
There's literally dozens of you.
There's literally tens and tens of us. That's what it feels like with all the pictures I've been seeing.
That was me for the Headless Horseman, where it's like everyone's getting their Headless Horseman. Like, what? Can has Horseman, please? But you can see, like, they had, like, I think they posted on their socials something like, boxes of them. It's going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute, There you go. Yeah, John, you're opening yourself up here for more peer pressure. We'll give John enough peer pressure to make.
But Deathsaurus does not have a holiday to coincide with.
Wait, you're telling me you don't recognize?
I don't recognize Deathsaurus Day.
Are you waging war on Deathsaurus Day, John? How dare you, sir? But let's look at the charts. Hold on, where is it at? I think I have it. Here we go. Again, let's give some love to Brian Brink, who does these charts so well. But here it is. Now, I love the red line is how the Victory Saber did on its last day. Huge last day spike. And as you can see here, this, I believe, has more days than the Victory Saber had. So that spike that you're seeing going ahead of this last day here is not quite exactly representative. But, John, do you think, tomorrow we'll see a big last day for the Deathsaurus, maybe some international orders and everything get thrown in?
Yeah, probably. I think there'll be a good spike. Maybe the this is what I want for Christmas. Even though I won't have it for a year, spike. I mean, after seeing Victory Saber spike, I think Deathsaurus will probably have a good last day hit.
Yeah. Agreed. Especially now that all the tiers are there.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody's kind of a looky-loo, like maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't get it. I assume we'll see a big last day spike. John is the reason we get gray cups at Starbucks instead of the Deathsaurus ones. Toy art. I personally celebrate Deathsaurus Eve, which is that tonight? Is tonight Deathsaurus Eve?
It should be, right?
James Lynn, no holiday means that John can display Deathsaurus throughout the year. Isn't that what he's complaining about? Yeah, you're right.
Oh, that's right.
This is a gift that keeps on giving all year long, Clark.
This is my Jelly of the Month club.
It is. It is. Why can't we say Deathsaurus anymore? Oh my God. Bobby Moynihan did Drunk Uncle on SNL a couple weeks ago. He came back.
Oh, really?
It was the Halloween episode. Yes. Drunk Uncle is one of my favorite characters. Mm-hmm. I've met Bobby Moynihan, talked to Bobby Moynihan, and I was just like, dude, that Drunk Uncle is so pitch perfect. Anyways.
My favorite is when Bill Hader comes on and does Stefan.
Oh, of course. Stefan. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Legendary. Pre-Deathsaurus Eve. People, John, they want you to do a toy room tour for Chris, like, because I've done a toy tour for New Year's Eve the past 3 years. I don't know if I've changed mine enough to warrant doing another one this year. But John, would yours be ready by New Year's or no? Don't feel
no, because it's downsizing so much. Like it's going to be, it's almost to the point where what you're seeing behind me is the tour.
I also agree. Bobby Moynihan killed it. Yeah, I feel like his best character is Louis Duck in the reboot of DuckTales. This is a pro reboot of DuckTales channel. I do nothing but wax poetic about how great that show is. Oh goodness! So everybody that's getting your Death Sauruses, I'm happy for you because they're pretty cool. But John, I feel like, I don't know. Like, do you really want it? Do you want the Death Saurus, or are you kind of just feeling FOMO? Are you feeling figure FOMO on this one?
No, I do want it because like even the vintage figure it's always like that, one of those I would like that. I don't collect Transformers really, but I do love the design. And especially after watching Ken's video, like,
yeah,
I would still love a vintage one, but I don't know. There's something about this figure that just, gets I kind of want that, it's like that one thing where, it's that buy what you like scenario. Not just, I'm not collecting Transformers, but I will collect something that I just like, that figure.
Yeah.
And this is like that perfect example for me.
Yep. I kind of feel in the same boat. Like if I had more expendable cash, like it's just a cool freaking toy. Like I have no nostalgic connection to this. But it's just a cool ass Transformer. Like what's not to like?
Right.
Derek says, FOMO sucks, don't do it. Great. I'm a bit of a death source myself. Allison, that's the magic of Death Source Day getting into your heart, John.
It is.
And they say the John Stark 3 sizes that day. Oh man. Ryan Dole agrees the new DuckTales, the DuckTales reboot is so good. David Tennant's amazing in it. Agree here, Comb Killer. DuckTales 17 is a masterpiece, not a single poor episode. Completely agree. It's on Disney Plus. If you have Disney Plus, watch it. It's really good. You will not be disappointed. A new Tabby says got third-party Death Source, but this one looks very G1.
Yep.
John's I just go through this. Okay. John, I think that is all of the toy news. Unless somebody in the chat has something more that we've talked about. I do want to touch a little bit upon what we're talking about later on in our after show. So this is a recommendation for an episode, John, for you and I to talk about what's on our Xmas list, what's on our Christmas list, like the toys that are still like elusive that, if Santa Claus, if we were actually good kids this year, Santa Claus would be bringing us those toys that we really are on the lookout for. So we'll be talking about that in our GDL After Dark, plus whatever else randomness happens on After Dark. Also this week on Geek Dead Life, my Father Christmas review will be dropping, I think, on Tuesday. Got to do a Masterverse versus Classics Hero video as well. And then I know Dan Larson just did his video of all those awesome mini ships, Micro Galaxy Star Wars ships. I have been working on a video as well, it's taking forever, but it will also be coming very soon. But on GDL2 TV and film reviews, Screen Geeks will be doing our favorite Christmas movies, holiday movies of all time on Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then afterwards, the first ever Screen Geeks After Dark will be happening at 9:30 on Thursday. And we'll be doing a watch party for Jingle All the Way. And so, the beauty of it being behind the paywall is YouTube can't get pissed off about it. So if you're any of the patrons, any level, after Screen Geeks on Thursday, we'll be doing a watch party for Jingle All the Way. I feel like it's a perfect a perfect film, holiday film to watch along with this holiday season for the first ever watch along party. Yeah, put that cookie down.
Will you be having Turbo Man in hand the whole time?
Yeah, Turbo Man will be riding shotgun with me. And hold on. We get to hear the actual quote that we know and love. He got two! He got two! It's the mailman! Yes, we'll be doing a watch party. So for any patron, anybody that's watching now, it's not a patron yet. It's $5. Become a patron. Come hang out as we watch Jingle All the Way live with Ralph and I. John is invited as well, but you'll probably be asleep by then. But if you have a bout of insomnia, John, you're more than welcome.
I can jump on.
Yeah, exactly. Not a tumor. That's Kindergarten Cop, but I think it still applies. Yes, Jim Belushi is the correct Santa. Jingle All the Way is the greatest Christmas movie. It's our annual Christmas Eve flick. Listen, I love Jingle All the Way, but you have to see the Screen Geeks on Thursday on GDL2 to get our favorite Christmas holiday movies of all time. Booster. Nobody likes you, Booster. Oh, man. All right. John, nobody sent in any Stump Johns today.
Oh, man.
No Stump Johns.
Oh, shoot.
What?
I actually had a couple things that I wanted to show to try and get somebody to tell me what they are.
What?
Yes, I had a Stump John of the multiverse where I was bringing the heat.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know what they are. I just got them in.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are.
Okay. Well, maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next week.
Maybe next week.
Prepare your brains.
Who knows? Hit the subscribe and the bell so you don't miss it. My goal is hit 15,000 subscribers this month. So if you haven't hit subscribe, you've been watching this whole time, hit the
Ryan,
subscribe button.
Let me guess. No, I actually want to know what they are.
Stump that chat. I like that though. Reverse Stump John. So I guess next Sundays. Well, see, John, next Sunday I want to do like a holiday special. I think for Toy Geeks because
it doesn't have to be next Sunday. It can be whatever.
We'll do that at some point in time. But yeah, next Sunday the Toy Geeks holiday special. Haven't really planned too much other than I don't know. We'll do something. But Toy Anxiety friends, you're invited. Mad Hatter, everybody. Like we'll do it like old school, 60s variety show style. And John and I will sing Bing Crosby, David Bowie rendition of Little Drummer Boy. Will you take the Bing parts or the Bowie parts? What would you take?
I don't know. I think
Peace on earth. You want to do that part? Yeah. But you have to like that old Bing voice.
Yeah, I need the because he was aged at that point.
Yeah, exactly. He had a little bit of more fine, like a fine wine there at that point. But anyways, so yes, no Stump John today because you all are slacking. Send in your Stump Johns to geekdeadlife@gmail.com. But without that, we're gonna close a little bit earlier than usual tonight, which is fine. If you're not a patron, come on at patreon.com/geekdadlife. And we're going to be hanging out after dark talking about what's on our Christmas list. Yeah, I know. I miss Bowie too. I miss Bowie a lot. Yeah, you will definitely be Dean Martin after many a drink, Dole. But anywho, that will do it for this week's Toy Geeks. Let me bring in our patrons. Thank you to all the patrons of the Geek Dad Life channel. Without you, this show would not be possible. The growth for this channel would not be possible. Thank you to everybody that does contribute. And is Dole going to steal Dean Martin's family also? Hey, it could happen. It could happen. But yeah, next week will be our holiday special, which will be a lot of fun. So make sure you hit subscribe and the bell so you don't miss it. Scott, I missed the picks. I'm sorry, Scott. We'll be talking about that soon, for sure. And yeah, I think that'll do it. So until next time, hasta luego and goodbye. Have a great start to your week, everybody.